Oh, hey everybody. You know me as the Jester. I am here to say hello. I'm here to talk about the Friday the 13th game. Hey, I'm joining the bandwagon. Yeah, ha ha ha. Actually, I'm here to say how disappointed I am in myself. Roar. Let's start the show. I know there's videos out there of content creators expressing their disapproval of other content creators and what they show. It's all about the views. Every video that's out there. However, a lot of it seems to be false. Go ahead and look at a couple of these videos. Some of the thumbnails alone are wrong.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan, and welcome
Game's
back to
not
another
over.
video. Now, I was having some...
The game's not dead. You can still play the game. They're still going to update the game as far as bug fixes, patches, and stuff to make the game work properly. And you just won't be getting any new content. No DLC. No new characters. No new Jasons. No new maps. This guy's got 22,000 subscribers. And some change. So obviously, he's a reputable source for some reliable information. Let's see what he has to say.
So unfortunately, as of today, Gun Media can no longer create updates for Friday the 13th, the game. Yes, that's right. A lawsuit that's been going on since 2017 finally had its ruling.
Oh, wait, right there. 15 seconds in. The lawsuit is still ongoing. It hasn't had its ruling. That's the problem. That's where the issue comes from. Let's listen on.
And in that ruling states, due to intellectual property rights, Friday the 13th, the game can no longer produce future content. So for anybody who's actually been following me consistently, you know I've been saying this for months, that Friday the 13th was on the edge of dying, which is why I was pushing the channel into VR horror.
Oh, that guy needs to turn around so we can see his eye makeup. Fucking sweet. Alright, what is this, fucking PewDiePie? Jesus Christ.
Into a whole other platform, building a whole second demographic, because this channel was never meant to only be Friday the 13th the game. I know you get a lot of requests, where's all the Friday the 13th content? Where's all the Friday the 13th content? Well, again, one, it's not only a Friday the 13th channel. It was always more of a horror gaming channel than anything else. Now more so VR horror than anything, and most definitely will stay on the track of VR horror from here on out. And again, as I told a lot of you, Friday the 13th is on the edge of dying. I've been saying this for months. Again, I hate fucking being right about some things. I hate it.
We got fucking Jerry Seinfeld over here. You just said one, you didn't have a two. You have to have a two.
But
there's no point in saying one if you don't have a two.
Now, that doesn't mean you can't play the game. You can still play the game. Just don't expect any updates in the future, because it's done.
No, that's not true. No DLC. There's a huge difference. You know what? You know who would be best to help clarify the situation and maybe make it more understandable for us non-illegal folks? They don't let cheeseburgers into Stanford law. I tried. Let's bring up the old Twitter feed from Shelly. His real name is Larry Zerner. Go ahead and read this. Together. Here we go. With the announcement by Friday the 13th game that they won't be adding new content to the game because of ongoing lawsuit. Ding! Between Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller, I've seen a lot of people dragging Victor online as if this is his fault. It's not. The Copyright Act includes a provision that states that an author can terminate any transfer he or she has made after 35 years. Congress added this provision to allow creators, writers, songwriters, etc., who sold their rights cheap to have a second chance. In the case of Victor Miller, he was originally paid about $9,500 for the original Friday the 13th script, which turned into 12 movies, a very successful video game, not the NES version, and lots of Jason Voorhees merchandise. This franchise Victor helped create made hundreds of millions of dollars. But Victor was not entitled to any of that money. Victor did what the Copyright Act allowed him to do. He sent a notice of termination to Sean, giving Sean 2 years' notice of the termination, which would occur in June 2018. Holy shit, that's now. The way it usually works in these cases is that the producer and the terminating writer will then have the 2-year period to work out a deal on how the money will be split on future projects. Termination does not affect movies already completed. That's important. But Sean and Victor would need to make a deal because the termination only affects the Friday the 13th US rights. Because of the quirks of copyright law, even after termination, Sean would still own the rights outside the US. The US is the United States. But instead of making a deal, Sean sued Victor. Sean Cunningham sued Victor, claiming that the agreement that Victor signed in 1979, not the Smashing Pumpkins song, but the date, 1979, is not terminable. And the fact is that this is a very new area of law, so there is not a lot of guidance for judges on who is right. Both sides have very capable lawyers who are arguing the case. One of the problems is that although both sides argued motions for summary judgments last October 2017, the judge in the case still hasn't ruled. The judge in the case, Sleeve Bandit, still hasn't ruled. This has really slowed things down. I'm sure that everyone involved believed that there would be a trial long before the termination occurred, which would have prevented us from getting to the point we're at right now. I know it's frustrating for the fans who want more movies and more content, but to blame it all on Victor is unfair. I really hope that the two can work it out and there can be more Friday the 13th content as soon as possible. End. Stop getting your news from content creators on YouTube who are only after views. I titled this video Why I'm Upset with Myself because I'm upset that I cannot and will not distribute, create, or push clickbait material in order to get views and subscribers. I don't do news stories. I don't do anything like that. So, people who are wondering, Jester, why haven't you made a statement on this? Because that's not what I do. I'm here to entertain, not to misinform people. See, you can still play the game. There's a lot of people who play Nintendo games for the regular NES or Super Nintendo. You don't see DLC for those. People still play those all the time. Mario Kart, Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3, Jaws, fucking Friday the 13th for the NES. A whole bunch of games. A whole bunch of titles. Fuck. The game's not dead. You just won't get any new stuff. As for Gun Media, so bad for Gun Media. That sucks. It's a shitty situation. Silver lining is they were able to push out what they could. This video is not meant to talk shit about other content posters. I'm a content creator, by the way. There's a huge difference. I don't really have anything fucking else to say. Shit. Except, hey, thanks for watching. Do appreciate that. And I appreciate you.